And good morning, guys. Welcome back to another life in the day of a shop owner operator. So, last night we set goals. I want to have the Texas motor in the bike running, ready for heat cycles, and I wanted to have the motor sitting on the floor torn down, cleaned, bag tagged, and binned for when he gets me a block. I can go through and replace anything that got damaged by the water, which it appears is nothing. It didn't run very long. It made like 5 dyno pulls. No heat cycles, because it wasn't really anything done to the motor other than to replace the valves. It didn't need heat cycled and broke in. So it looks okay. The bearings look good. Everything looks good. It's just milky as hell. So here we go. I went ahead and started stripping this down. Something Motorhead told me and I laughed about. You can tear a motor down in a sandbox. It doesn't matter. If you're anal retentive enough and you're good enough at what you do, when you clean it and assemble it in a clean place, it won't matter how dirty it got. So I tore it down on the floor. So we're going to go ahead and finish cleaning all this. You can tell it looks like a chocolate milkshake in there. Everything is milky. I'm going to go ahead. I've already started cleaning, bagging, and tagging parts. I've got more parts over here in the parts washer. I've got a scrub, transmission. All this is all full of milk. Let's see. The motor from Texas. The cams are degreed in where I wanted them now. That was quite a pain in the butt last night, but I do have to thank Dennis for this little sucker. This little sharp sucker versus that little brass sucker, way better. Anyway, I've got 3 valves that are out of adjustment. You'll see 7, 7, 7. I need to go up 2 sizes on those, so went to my kit. They were 265s. I need to go up 2 sizes. Welcome to the life of a shop owner. I don't have them. So I immediately went online and ordered some, but they're going to take like a week to get here. I ain't got a week. So I got a hold of Motorhead, Dennis, and he fortunately has them. So I'm going to go grab those 3 shims from him here in a little bit. The bike from Colorado will be here very shortly. We nicknamed it the Barrow bike when we were talking about it and making the plans. It is actually Mabusta. So that is the nickname for the bike, is Mabusta. We're going to go ahead and receive that, and my trailer's coming back from Avery, so I can go out to Motorhead's. I think he's got a bike he wants me to grab and bring back here, or 2. Probably 1, hopefully 1, because the trailer only holds 1. And once it's received, and I've documented it and all that good jazz, I'll go out there, get those shims, get those in, get that motor in that bike running. Maybe about that time, Scotty will be back and we can go ahead and get this put back together the rest of the way. Ooh, I gotta go get a freaking tool. Thank God I made these videos. I'd have forgot that tool. I might see if Scotty's got the tool, because he said he had one. He might be able to grab it from his house. And I ordered the tool, but I need to make one. We did get the steering stem bearings done in this. There. Feeling good, no rock, no play. You saw they wiggle. That's because the top nut's not tight till the forks go in. You got to center the whole front end. Yeah, guys, that's where we're at right now. My new customer seeing the page, welcome. This is how you'll see your updates. I'm going to continue to do this daily and just keep pushing forward and pushing forward and pushing forward until I get everyone satisfied and everything squared away. Ooh, huge update. Chris Charles cases are on the way back from Testa. That means I can build that motor, get that bike together, and get it out of here. I literally have everything here to put it together. Everything. So, all I gotta do is get it put together. Alright, update you later. Alright, folks. Well, it's the end of the night, and we're currently priming a motor. Trying to get the oil pressure light to shut off. It's being stubborn. Got a big oil cooler and shit. It's all got to get primed up. Let that chill. So you see motors in the Texas bike. I got to put the radiator on still. I got to get spark plugs in the morning, get those in it, get the tank on. I need to replace the fuel pump housing because it needs that. And this thing should be running tomorrow. Still waiting on a few things to get the dyno buttoned up. That's the shit part of it. I did as much work as I could in the time frame I had. Now I wait. Let's see. Scotty came by, knocked out the fork seals, neck bearings, everything on this is ready to go. We just got to pull the blocks off and shorten the chain. Chris Charles cases, I said, were on the way. This one came in. I did inventory, spoke with him. He's going to get the deposit on the way and everything squared away there and order his Max. Obviously, still waiting for the dyno. And I also went out to Motorheads, and we've got that red bike ready for the dyno. We may put it on there and do some driving work, but we won't have numbers, which is annoying. Because we need the numbers to finish the project and give the results and to set the boost controller up. I'm going to crank on this again. Sorry about the noise. It's annoying, I know. I'm wondering if the oil pressure switch is even good or if I'm just not getting oil pressure. I put a shitload of assembly lube in them, and I primed it the best I could without an oil cooler. Until it started squirting out and I capped the oil cooler. You get it. Anyway. I don't know what's up. Usually by now, it's shut off. I think I'm going to pull a clutch out of it and go ahead and throw a driver on there and spin that oil pump up real good and make sure that I ain't got an issue here. Probably put a mechanical gauge on it and do that and make sure it gets oil pressure, because I don't like starting these without oil pressure. Not a good thing to do, especially on a fresh build. But she's in there. She's looking good. We'll get the oil pressure squared away. Don't know if that switch is good, bad, or ugly. But yeah, so that's the end of the day report. I want to leave off with a note from a conversation I just had with a good bud. So this is a PSA for the whole situation going down. Anyone who is a friend of Chad Wright, James Chadrick Wright, should remain a friend with James Chadrick Wright. Don't let what's happened here deter yourself and your decisions. I don't want any friendships getting broken over a business situation. If you're a friend of mine and his, we're still friends. I don't give a shit. I wish him all the luck on his future endeavors. So, just want to be very clear of that. I ain't drawing no lines in the sand. I don't judge anyone. Go invite the guy out for breakfast. He could probably use some friends, some company, someone to hang out with. He's alone in his house right now working. He ain't getting a lot of socialization other than social media. Go tell him hi. Buy him some breakfast or something.